The Batman Who Laughs. Behold, the Grim Knight. Narrative. When I was training to be Batman, traveling the globe, it struck me how many different cultures cite the heart as a location in the body where happiness lives. There's science to it, though. Happiness, joy, they require more blood from the heart than any other emotion. It's what you reach to protect when you're scared, not your throat or other real vulnerabilities, like exposed arteries or nerves, the things I target when I fight. That night in the alley, as the gun rose, I remember my father's hand covering my chest, his fingers like an extra set of ribs, filling in the spaces. When the explosion came, I thought I'd been hit. I was sure of it. But my heart had only skipped a beat. Then his hand was falling away, and everything was different. That missing beat, though, sometimes I think I lived my whole life inside that missing beat. Alfred says, "We're losing him." The Batcave. Alfred says, "Sir, he's not going to make it." Batman says, "He is." Alfred says, "The whole cavity is blood. Damn it, nothing but blood. Even if he cured this wound inside an operating room, he'd still likely die." Batman says, "This is an operating room. Suction, Alfred." Alfred says, "There is no way." Batman says, "Alfred, the suction, you're letting it slip." Alfred says, "Fine. If I might ask, at a moment like this, when something as awful as that laughing demon has come to this city," Batman says, "No." Alfred says, "You wouldn't be killing him, Bruce. That's the beauty of it. I have him so drugged that even if he wakes, he can't see, can't move." Batman says, "Alfred." Alfred says, "At the very least, if his heart stops for a few minutes, if his brain is deprived of oxygen, we could keep him alive. He wouldn't be dead." Batman says, "I know how badly you want this man gone, but you will not let him die. To be frank right now, we have a bigger damn problem than Joker. The only way to beat him, this monster, is by staying true to who we are." Batman says, "Whatever the hell it takes." Alfred says, "So be it. The serums, sir. How are they working?" "I'm using every Joker toxin antidote we have. If I keep taking them daily, they should stave off the transformation for a week, maybe a little more." Alfred says, "A week? Before you turn into that? That thing? We need to stop him before." Batman says, "What you need to do, Alfred, is shut up and mind your patient. Now get your hands back in the clown." Batman says, "Look, I'm sorry. That thing out there, saying myself like that, he feels like the last one. The one at the end." Alfred says, "Sir," Batman says, "he knows everything I know. He's gone through everything I have, and there's nothing he won't do to win. He wins, Alfred. He has no weakness. I can discern me. There has to be a way to beat him, a way I can beat." Joker says, Batman says, "Joker?" Alfred says, "It's just a physical response. Most people gasp. I suppose it means he'll live. And if we're saying who we are, your soft spots, the things you're worried, make you weak?" Alfred continues, "They're what make you strong. The Bruce Wayne I know and love." A radio station playing. We'll be back right after this short break. Are you covered? Really covered? At Gotham Priority, we live here too. So we offer all sorts of policies for our fellow Gothamites, even crash. Later, Commissioner Gordon says, victim is none other than Bruce Wayne. Again. Commissioner Gordon says, cause of death was the fall. The thing is, he seems to have fallen from a height that's not possible, given the stature of the surrounding buildings. Batman in disguise says, hey, welcome to Tuesday in Gotham City. Commissioner Gordon says, these Bruce Waynes, the last one, the one found in the row house, disintegrated in the morgue. It was made of some kind of unstable cell structure. Something like dark matter. This one likely is too. What the hell is going on? Batman says, maybe they're from some other dimension. Like, if this Batman who laughs is pulling Bruce Wayne's through from other worlds, maybe they appear here at the spot they were at in their world. What if this Wayne was high up? Why Bruce Wayne is so special, though? Hey, who knows? Commissioner Gordon says, psst. You know, no one but me knows that Harvey is off this week, getting treatment for a hernia. Everyone thinks he's on traffic for punishment. He'd rather that than the hernia rumors. That said, you're usually better at this disguise thing. Are you okay, Batman? You seem off. Batman says, I'm fine, Jim. I'll be fine. Please, let's get back to it. Commissioner Gordon says, so, what do we know about the victim? Batman says, each of these Bruce Waynes lived a different life. The last one was married, had children. This one was mayor. From the pictures in his wallet, he looks like he was happy. Seems to have retired from being a playboy around the time his ward, Jason Todd, died. He has a speech in his pocket. Apparently he was celebrating the signing of a federal energy contract here in Gotham City, having a good moment. My guess, he was celebrating on a blimp when he came through. Commissioner Gordon says, so the question is, why is this monster pulling Bruce Waynes from other worlds? What's he trying to get? Batman says, whatever it is, he already got it. He beat us here. See that wound? It's a blood or tissue sample puncture. He could have taken one from the last body as well. Commissioner Gordon says, what? Batman says, cardiac blood has some of the last of the body's cell to die. The most resilient. He's using the cells to make something. A serum. Commissioner Gordon says, what kind of serum? Batman says, he's from a realm of dark matter, where everything is relative to our hopes and fears. It's possible he could be creating something that infects our cells with dark matter, changing us into, Commissioner Gordon says, nightmares like him? Batman says, nightmares like us. Our darkest vision of ourselves. Predators. Commissioner Gordon says, Lord, Batman, listen. There's something I should tell you. Someone who might be able to help, but I'm not sure. One of the police officers says, wait, Harv, is it you? We all thought you were on the bridge and tunnel duty. Listen, the guys are starting a pool based on what you were saying the other night. 3 buckets. Bucket 1, this grim knight takes down the bat. Bucket 2, the laughing one, takes down the bat. Bucket 3, Batman says, we are discussing a case, cadet. But by all means, what's bucket 3? The officer says, Harv, I mean, Detective Bullock, I didn't mean to. Batman says, what was bucket 3, Put me down for it, huh? The officer says, I'm sorry, Commissioner. Just yesterday, though, he was saying how we should have a pool, how the bat could really go down this time. that he's getting older. The city is changing and Commissioner Gordon says, "It's fine. Go back to your post, cadet." Look, I'm sorry about that. Harvey belittles you to make the other men feel more important. But he's in your corner, maybe more than anyone but me has been since day one. He's just him. But you, what was that back there? If something is going on with you, I'm here, Batman. I know this thing, he's a tough one, but if we do it together, hell, it's just like you said before. He's just Tuesday in Gotham. Commissioner Gordon says, "No one thinks." Batman says, "It doesn't matter. Come here. I need to show you something." Commissioner Gordon says, "Sure, as long as it's not another dead guy named Wayne." Batman says, "It's an old map of Gotham." Wayne Tower. Narrative. There's one hanging in Wayne Tower, too. When Gotham was built, the founding families saw it as the engine of the country, the cultural, intellectual, and moral center of the nation. In 1780, though, a plague wiped out a third of the city, and the families, they feared that what they saw as the heart of the country could become the means of its infection. They vowed never to let Gotham become the source of darkness. Batman says they set up a system called the Last Laugh, based on the original meaning of the expression. Commissioner Gordon says, "What kind of system?" Batman says, "A defense system by which Gotham would be protected if anything terrible spread inside. A means of blowing the entryways and vaccinating the city with airships, reservoirs of food and water hidden deep below the streets. I learned about it fighting the owls." Commissioner Gordon says, "It doesn't sound like a bad idea to me." Batman says, "Well, after the last attack with Joker, I started building my own Last Laugh." Narrative. It's a final defense against any chemical or biological attack, a way of sealing off the city, purifying air and water, restoring Gotham's health independently. The central hub is in Wayne Tower, on the highest security floor. Multi-point DNA access required. Commissioner Gordon says, "Let me guess, the only people with access are you and Bruce Wayne." Bill says, "Hello? Hello? Who's there?" "The other guards should have told you. No one is allowed here except..." The Batman Who Laughs says, "I already said hello to the other guards, Bill." "Good to see you." Bill says, "And good to hear you, Mr. Wayne." Bill says, "Going up?" Batman Who Laughs says, "Ha! Always, Bill. Always. So, how you been? Grandkids good? How's your health?" Bleep. DNA recognized. Bill says, "The new pacemaker is working well. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Wayne. Not just for the surgery, but for all of this." Batman Who Laughs says, "Oh, come on. You were a public servant, injured in an attack by Scarecrow, Bill." Bill says, "Still, giving me this job, paying for my recovery." Batman Who Laughs says, "It's the least I could do." Ching ching. Bill says, "No, it's not. I'm saying..." Bill continues, "You're one of the good guys." Ding. Batman Who Laughs says, "Thanks, Bill. That means a lot." Crack. Slash. Flink, flink, flink. Slash. Whack. Slice. Batman Who Laughs says, "And in 3, 2, 1. Batman says, "Stop it." Batman Who Laughs says, "So, you're looking well." Narrative. My God, he's quick. He's leaner than me, faster, but I'm stronger. I attack with a combination of styles that favors power. 5 methods just in my lunge. Narrative continues, and yet, in his dodge, he uses aspects of 6. He sees it all coming. But I saw this coming too. Since my last fight with him, I've been training again. Training in a technique he won't know, because I made it up. Batman says, enough! Narrative. Alfred calls the style Bam Pow. It stands for something clever, but mostly I think he just likes saying Bam Pow, especially when he thinks of this monster. Batman says, This is where your plan ends. Batman Who Laughs says, come on, maybe all of this, every part, is my plan. Even lying here, out of the line of fire. Now, blam! Batman Who Laughs says, don't try to get up. The bullet lodged in your intercostal has a bat taser in it. Batman Who Laughs narrative. The Grim Knight, even his bullets shoot bullets. The deadliest man alive. He's us if Joe Chill dropped the gun in the alley and we picked it up. It's not just the guns though, no. On his world, he has Wayne Enterprises weaponized. Chips in your GPS, valves in your water filtration. Your minivan drives off a bridge, you never know who killed you. He's us at total war. I've been saving him. Batman says, you won't win. I'll kill you if I have to. Batman Who Laughs says, kill me? Because I'm you, it doesn't count. Eh? Free pass? Eh? Batman says, what are you doing? Batman Who Laughs says, you already know. I'm dismantling Last Laugh by means of special protocol, Bruce. I had one in my world too. A fail-safe to take down any records kept here if Batman finally ended. Batman says, no, don't do this. Batman Who Laughs says, a way of demolishing the building safely. A controlled implosion. Of course, it's designed to work only when no one is inside the building. There are dozens of protocols, all of which the Grim Knight has dismantled a few days ago. Batman says, please don't. Batman Who Laughs says, it hurts, I know. Just like the night they died. Oh, I remember too. Our father's hand, right here. Automatic voice. Final protocol activated. Awaiting confirmation. Batman says, abort protocol. Batman Who Laughs says, the taser disrupts sound waves too. The protocol can't hear you. See, all these versions of us I'm bringing here to use, they're happier than you, Bruce. They're at peace because they affect change. Out of every version of us across the universe, you're the most miserable, the least accomplished. You don't understand why yet, but you will. See, to me, to us, you're the nightmare Batman, the bad joke. Worse than that, you're an old man's hand over a child's heart. Weak, soft, protecting nothing. Batman says, don't do this. Batman Who Laughs says, me? I'm the gun. Automatic voice. Cave in, initiating. Batman says, no. Automatic voice says, 10 seconds until implosion. Batman says, kill you. Batman Who Laughs says, I can smell it on you, you know. The change. It's funny. See, on my world, I was born around this time, within weeks of now. You feel it, don't you? The end coming? The collapse? I did too, before I became me. Be seeing you, Bruce. Boom. Batman Who Laughs says, here's to those moments that live in your chest. Bill says, Batman, is that you? Batman says, Bill, get me to the window. Fast. I can do the rest. Kaboom! Narrative. The explosion shakes the city, and then silence. That terrible silence before the screaming starts. Get him up. Batman says, "Get him up now." Alfred says, "He's recovering, sir. Still drugged, too." Batman says, "Wake up now." Alfred says, "Sir." Batman says, "I said wake up. What is he planning?" Joker says, "He?" Batman says, "He what?" Batman says, "He what? What is he going to do? Tell me." Joker says, Batman says, "You think this is funny? I'll show you funny." Alfred says, "It's how he breathes, sir. He's not laughing. He's not here. He's..." Joker interrupts, "I'm here." Batman says, "You know his plan. What is his plan? I need to know." Joker says, "I don't know it. Only one person does." Narrative. Who is it? Who, Joker? Joker says, "Your friend. His great weakness. The one that gets him right here." J.J. Gordon says, "You're not supposed to be here." Commissioner Gordon says, "I know, but this is important. There's a monster on the loose, and I need your help." J.J. Gordon says, "Why me?" Commissioner Gordon says, "You know why, damn it. But you want me to say it? Fine." Commissioner Gordon says, "You're my son, James, and you may be the only one who can help us stop him."